Hello everyone and welcome back to my third video for January, and this one is going to yet again be using the Scraptastic kits. My two previous videos for Scraptastic where the colors were mainly pink and orange. For this one I decided to use the bright colors that were in the kit, the reds, the blues and the yellows. And yet again it's the same kit as in the previous layouts. It's the tongue-tied kit, which was one of the January kits. Now for this layout I wanted to use lots of rectangles and squares, and I'm just cutting these by hand. Lately I've kind of forgotten my trimmer. It is sitting in one of the cupboards. Maybe needs a little bit of love, but my scissors are so much easier and I quite like the look of the rough border. Now, as my background paper is really busy, it's a background paper from Amy Tangerine, I decided I would draw borders around all the different rectangles and squares. And this is a really fun way of helping those papers just stand out a little bit more. And it also adds a kind of whimsical, fun effect to the layout as a whole. I also loved these little letters that came in the kit. They're from Studio Calico, and I thought it would be nice to create a kind of focal point with them, or a fun design feature, by using them all on that lovely yellow square. Here I'm just placing them, but in the end it was just a little bit too busy, and I decided to do something completely different with those letters. But I just wanted to try it out and see how it looked, but in the end didn't feel right. So once I'm happy with the overall design here with the papers, I'm just going to start gluing everything down. Now as you can see here, I'm not using my stapler because the layers don't really overlap enough to use the stapler. Usually if I work with layers that are one on top of the other, I'd use my long reach stapler, but here it is glue. So once those papers are glued down, I can start placing all my embellishments, and I'm using lots of those vellum pieces that came in the kits. Yet again, these vellum embellishments or die cuts are from Studio Calico, and they are really fun. I love using vellum because it adds a little extra bit of detail, but at the same time it doesn't block out all the color. You get some of the color from the papers beneath just peeking through, and that's just a fun element as well. So here just placing some of the wood veneer that came in the kit as well, and I'm going to start creating the title. Now for the title I'll be using two of those letters, UR, and the rest will be made with the die cuts and some letters from the thicker pack that came in the kit. Now with the arrows, I'm using 3 arrows and creating a visual triangle, as you can see, and they're all pointing in, well, the top one is pointing to the left, the middle one to the right, and then the bottom one to the left again, just to create a kind of flow. And this will help the eye flow over the title and at the same time focus on the photo. Now, this wasn't something I planned when I was making it. I wasn't thinking I'm going to create a visual triangle with my arrows so that it highlights the photo and the title. It's something I kind of naturally do, and now that I'm looking back at the video, it just jumps at me that yes, I created a visual triangle, and yes, I'm trying to highlight the title and the photo. But usually it's not something I say to myself while I'm creating the layout. Now, once you get the hang of creating layouts, it's something that will come naturally, and you will notice that afterwards. And usually when I take back my layouts now, I can pick up on those design elements, and that's something that I would encourage you to do is to go back to previous layouts and see why you like them so much, and see if you can see these little design features in them, like the visual triangle, creating flow, etc. So here I'm going to start gluing everything down. As you can see, I've also added 3 punched out stars, yet again another visual triangle, and for these stars I also doodled around the border just to make them pop off the page a little bit more. So the title will be "You Are Silly and Cute," and the cute I'll be making that word with this lovely sticker sheet, or this thicker sheet that came in the tongue-tied kit. I also had some of those gold stars left over, and just popping those onto the layout as well. And I think that's about it. Just playing around with some of the other embellishments that were in the kit, but I think I'm going to go with what I have on my layout. Now all I have to do is add a bit of journaling, and when I was looking at the layouts, the only little spot that bothered me a bit was just beneath the photo, and so I decided I would add the journaling there. What you won't see on the video is that I also doodled around the border of the background page just to help it tie into all the other elements. But there you have it, that's the layout. I hope you've enjoyed this video, that you've learned something new, and if you want to see anything special, just tell me. See you very soon. Bye-bye.